Recording now! Hello everybody, welcome and all. We are Fate Weavers, this time missing two of our furries, but we still have half one.
Of
one
our furries?
Yeah, you know, like Kitty 1, Kitty 2.
Oh, right, I
And
see.
I don't really consider Quottle furry because he's more of like a scaly, so... you know, so we could say that we have half a furry with Ephraim. Okay. So let's get right into the recap, shall we? This time I will do it myself because I forgot to upload the episode. So last time you guys were traveling through the forest of Almeria, going from Iris Crossing, trying to get into the commerce city, the free city, the city of guilds in the middle of the empire, Elam, where you have some leads about information, library, people that you could contact with the guilds with the help of some of the people that you met along your journey to try to find information on how to recover Gaba from the clutches of AzerrA. Along the way, you are traveling via foot because you pissed off the captain of one of the 3 flying vessels of this empire and he just left you for dead. So as you are walking through the forest of Almeria. This is a forest that is mostly home to like newt's wood, the type of magical wood that is so hard. It grew in the blood of the battlefields of all of the dragon newts centuries ago, and it's a wood really hard, really used for like sturdy constructions that need to sustain a lot of force. So pretty useful when you are living thousands of meters into the sky with strong winds, right? So you arrived at an inn in the middle of the road, in the middle of the forest, and you were greeted by this gentle old Albion man, long white hair, longer ears, serving you food, sharing stories with the woodsmen. Most of you drunk, had a relaxation time for the first time in a couple of days, weeks if you don't consider the travel from Grelia to here, and you all went to sleep. You had a long rest, but you all woke up the next day extremely tired, with a dry mouth and with like a small hangover, having taken 1 point of exhaustion, everybody, except for Shoralf, Marlish, and Sustut. And that's where we left off, as everybody woke up. But I did say last time that I would go with you, Rick.
Yes.
So, during that night, you had summoned your familiar, your owl made of stars and constellations, to cover for you to make watch for the first 4 hours of your sleep. As you fall into your sleep, you start to dream. Just like many other nights, your dreams consist of the stars, recollections, constellations. But this time, throughout your dreams, there's a small image that remains in every single dream. As you go from situation to situation to different idea, delving deeper into the ideas of your subconscious, recollecting your memories of the day and envisioning into your imagination, each one of those small scenarios share a single symbol that you wake up just like kind of remembering it but not having a clear image of what it was. But why don't you roll me an, let's call it Arcana or Intelligence check, whichever one you prefer.
It's all intelligence, you said?
Investigation, Arcana, History, your choice.
It's all +1, I think. So, +1 it is. I will go Arcana for now.
Arcana.
Which is a... wait, is it +6 or minus today? Even? Add. There we go. Oh crap. So it's a 15 total.
15 total, nice. So at first you start seeing like a blinking star that is slightly off color as you are watching a constellation. And as you move to the other dream, your consciousness is woken up in these dreams as you start watching like small irregularities. Like you are watching at the constellation that you know, you have experienced, you have seen, you have studied throughout the years. But there's like one or two of the stars that make its shape slightly off color, as if they were more on the orangey red dwarf kind of stars. As this occurs throughout all of your dreams in the night, you start waking up at each of the dreams, kind of having a lucid dream. Just for a brief second, as you realize this fact, just as soon as you realize those discrepancies, your mind seems to take you to the next dream. But each time you manage to regain your consciousness, just spot like two different things and go to the next dream. And as this happens throughout all of the night, you start connecting the dots of the irregularities that you have been seeing all night. Those blinking reddish, orangey lights. And you start tracing them in your mind. And the shape that you come to form is kind of like a lion. But it's not a constellation that you have seen before. There is a constellation called the Lion. But this one has a slightly different shape. Dots are not where they are supposed to be. There are less for what would be the head, but more for what would be its tail and its body. And as you start thinking of this, you regain consciousness and you are having a lucid dream. And then it turns into a dream inside of another dream as the stars start to change, like those blinking orangey points that you have made a constellation using your hands, using your magic to give its form. They start to move, kind of against your control. And the shape that you had made of a lion now turns into a lion with the face of a human, a man. And this new shape, this new constellation that you have made, almost like a sphinx, you get the feeling that it turns and it looks at you straight into your eyes. All of a sudden these stars start approaching you almost at a light speed. Everything moves around. You have tunnel vision for just a brief second, or is it a year? You don't know, like time distorts in a weird way. As you approach these stars ever so close, everything turns black. And that's where you wake up with a point of exhaustion, but having reached level 8.
Yay! Finally. Alright. Let me write this down.
So, everybody wakes up.
Yay!
Most of you tired. Kauliki and Eric seem to sleep later than they usually do. Eric is one of the wakes up earlier next to Ephraim to start making breakfast and prepare for the day. But this day he seems to just keep going for just a couple of more minutes than usual. What are you guys doing?
Before we start, can I ask if we will be needing Tillspire today, or can I just close it for now?
It depends on you.
No. I can't use it if you're not in it, so I will just close it then.
I'll wake up and I'll attack the bartender. Let's get Tailspire open. No, I'll I feel like I guess in his breakfast being served, so Giraffe would be just quietly sitting in the corner with his eye on the entire party. Well, it looks like he's got an eye on the entire party, but like in the corner so you can see the entirety of the room.
Yeah, you all were sleeping in different rooms, most rooms having between 3 to 4 people, and there was a big hallway kind of like a living room on the second floor connecting to all of your rooms. The base floor is mostly just like a tavern with tables and a bar. So you would all wake up into your own rooms and you can reconvene at the bottom of the tavern to
Yeah,
the smell of fresh bacon with eggs.
Did we complete a long rest, even though we had now of exhaustion at one
You
point?
did complete a long rest. You just gained the point of exhaustion after the long rest.
All right.
So I'd be downstairs already, probably because I would have not. I would have done my what do you call it? My meditation early. So I'd be downstairs in the corner, probably not eating, but just drinking and just surveying the entirety of in a corner.
Yep.
Surveying the entire room.
Yep.
Hmm.
So I'm going to say that everybody goes downstairs.
Yes.
Kotal is slower than normal.
Fisher, I will spend some time trying to figure out why I'm feeling this sluggish and exhausted this morning, because I don't feel like it should have been happening.
Sure, make a medicine check.
Oh, I'm pretty good at those, actually. Oh, but I have disadvantage, right? Because of the... one of them is a 20. God damn it. So it's 14 plus 8, so 22.
22. So this seems to be effect similar to a hangover, though you don't remember having drunk like that much, but the night is kind of fuzzy. Like the last memories before going to bed, you cannot really make sense of them. You do feel with the 22 that your body is mostly dehydrated, and it seems to... your stomach crumbles, so you're probably hungry. So you don't really know why you are that tired. You don't know how to fix it quickly, though.
Would I notice everyone looking tired?
Yeah, I mean, especially like Kauliki and Eric. Eric, you have seen him like on his worst, and he had started to make a recovery, but now you see those like big bags behind, underneath his eyes. So, yeah, you can get the feeling that everybody is like not well rested.
Okay. Giraffe would probably remark and be like, everyone obviously had a rough night last night. Drank too much of the good stuff.
I think we have not had an opportunity to be merry in a while.
I don't feel like I have drank too much, but I am feeling a bit worse for wear this morning.
There's no extra weight on me.
Who was Marlish drinking a lot last night?
Marlish, yeah, Marlish was drinking a lot with Turas and Kauliki. Yeah.
So I'm guessing I look at Marlish and he's okay.
Yeah, Marlish is partaking in some bacon, making a competition with Turas about who can eat faster. Even though Turas is like eats and kind of like goes at some points, she's still winning.
Okay, it's interesting. Interesting indeed.
I don't remember anything that happened
I wonder
last
why.
night. However, I don't usually drink anything. Maybe we had something bad to eat.
Sure, Alf. Why don't you make me an intelligence check?
Just trying to get my sheet up. Ooh, 16.
16. So you do remember Quotul being dragged by Thuras into a drinking competition, and he kind of like resisting, but in the end he did partake into like just a tiniest bit, like a sip. Though you are not sure if what he drank was ale or something else.
Okay. Giraffe will just drink his water, not say a word.
Well, that explanation is perfect. I mean, if it is true, then we ought to tell someone. We don't want them poisoning every person who comes through. It'd make it terrible.
I also ate food and I'm perfectly fine.
Do other people in the inn appear slowed down?
You don't see anybody else. You do hear, with your freaking amazing perception, out in the outside you hear a cluck, cluck, almost like an axe going against the tree and echoing throughout the forest. You do see Esfi, the Alvish bar owner of this place, comes with like a big tray of bacon and eggs scrambled, some water in all of his hands, carrying impossibly a large amount of kegs, and he goes, "Oh, my dears, you are all awake. I hope you had a restful night." And he starts putting like bacon and water in front of all of you.
As he does come close to me, I'm gonna whisper something in his ear and I'll message you what I whisper. But I don't know if anyone else would hear it.
The other person that you don't see with the
Bless you.
this terrible hangover is Thuras. No, sorry, not Thuras. Kaine. You see Kaine as she was coming down. She kind of like, you would have heard the sounds of somebody vomiting as hard as their lungs can sustain, and then she's coming downstairs with a smile on her face. Let's see, what did you send me? Okay. Everybody,
Do you want me to roll
give me,
Oh, I was
give
gonna
me
say,
a
okay.
perception check. Everybody.
Do you want me to roll
No. That's roll me a stealth check, and that's going to be who has the biggest passive perception here?
Me, probably.
Yeah, probably Rick.
What is
18.
it? 18? Fuck.
Yeah.
That's your DC.
I got a stat
23.
increase.
How much?
23, I rolled 15 plus 8.
Yeah. So Bishar, you just see like the smallest twitch in the eyebrows of Esfi, but he just keeps going and putting the ale on front of everybody, going, "Oh my dear, so are you all going to depart today, or do you want to spend another night? We could prepare some meat if you'd like."
I think it is best if we head on our way as quickly as possible, really. We're kind of on a ticking clock at the moment.
Jorah's eyebrows will furrow.
Fisher is currently spending 10 minutes ritual casting Detect Poison and Disease. So maybe that will give us some insight in whatever is going on.
Sat in the corner.
Every now and then, scoffing down a bit of bacon.
Yeah.
You see that this becomes and offers you like a hot cup of coffee and like a packet of something that seems like a small dust thing. "Oh dear, if you'd like some added flavor, I have sugar over here if you'd like."
Who is she talking to?
To you, Bishar.
Oh, Fisher's busy. He's casting a spell.
Doing weird
Okay.
things in the corner.
Yeah.
I will just leave this here, and you see that the small. It seems almost like a packet of like sugar made out of paper, but you see that Eric would point that it has like some runes inscripted on like both sides. So are you all planning to leave to the city today?
I hope we should be. Maybe once all of us wake up a bit more and knock back this haze that we've all had from our supposed revelry that I can't remember, then we probably will be heading on our way.
Oh, well, of course. Give me just like 5 minutes. I'm going to prepare my strongest coffee for you. And just so you know, if you refer any friend, tell them that whatever your group buys the name, that if they tell me that you send them, I'm going to give them a discount. And you see that they just leave, and you all start smelling the smell of like strong coffee of some sorts.
At which point does the 10 minutes pass for the ritual casting?
Probably before the coffee arrives,
All right.
while they are outside in the kitchen.
All right. So the spell states it's a duration, by the way. Didn't notice that. You can sense the presence and location of poisons, poisonous creatures, and diseases within 30 feet of you. You can also identify the kind of poison, creature, or disease in each case. And the spell can penetrate most barriers, but it's blocked by blah blah blah. The standard it's block spell rules.
Oh
basically.
wow, that's amazing! Yeah, you don't feel any poison.
All right, great. Luckily, it's ritual casting.
You don't feel any poison. You don't feel anything out of the ordinary. You just wonder where did this bacon come from? Like, we did see some pigs, but did they kill like a pig this morning, or did they have this bacon prepared from a day before?
Can I inspect the suspiciously placed packet of sugar in front of me?
Yeah, you grab it and you feel it's like some sort of granulated thing. You can make a history arcana investigation check if you'd like.
Great,
I'm going to say
disadvantage
that
again.
Eric will give you a hand because he's interested in the runes and he has been like looking at them, writing them on his journal. So you can roll straight.
All right. So just investigation, I think.
Sure.
That's a natural 1 for a total of 2.
Oof.
Yeah. It's fun. Like you are pretty certain that these runes just mean that it's going to explode and it's something like terrible, and you just like put it away and open your eyes, and Eric just like grabs it and goes like, "What?" And he just flips it and sugar starts coming out. You are just waiting for the moment that one of these sugars will explode.
I try to grab the packet out of his hand and burn it before he has a chance to spread any more of it.
Sure. Make
Just like produce, as soon as I have it, produce flame in my hand, try to burn the sugar.
I know this is really boring.
make
More
a
awesome.
D100 check. Please.
What? Sorry?
Just roll a D100.
Alright.
Let's see if it turns into caramel or not.
Yeah. 43.
43. Okay. Ephraim, you know, you have been with Eric also checking at the runes on this packet of sugar. You know inherently that when something magical is interrupted, like if the runes are changed ever so slightly, terrible consequences could happen. Like an insignificant rune of just like an illusion could indeed explode. So when Bisher starts burning this, you kind of like shit your pants for a second. But the packet burns and nothing much happens.
No, you shouldn't. What?
It was going to explode.
You're certain it was going to explode?
Yes, the runes were going to explode.
Right. I would have thought it would have exploded by doing what you just did, but
Good point. But why would you give us some sugar that would explode? I mean, would the drink explode? Would the packet itself explode? I don't really know, to be honest. But whatever's going on in this fucking tavern?
it's not some elaborate opening mechanism that. No.
I don't think we should wait for the coffee. We should just leave. While we still can.
Not a fan of coffee anyway.
There's more to this place than I think that you understand. I'm intrigued.
What do you mean?
Yes. Just not sure it's worth our time. I mean, maybe it's for the other people who'll be staying here if they seem affected. But I mean,
If we are to go get Gabba, time is different for her than it is for us. In those dimensions, time may pass an eternity in a minute. Or they may last for a single second, may last for an hour. We do not know what the time is like with those demons, so we are either in no rush or she is already dead.
Well,
I think we should.
I think there's also some sort of middle ground.
it could be a 1-for-1.
It could be like 1 hour here is 65 minutes there, or something, or the other way around.
Giraffe would laugh. You are not wrong, but 1-for-1 is not as likely as you think. But if we are to be purveyors of goodness, should we not investigate a little further? And then, if we see nothing, if my suspicions that something is going on in this place, then we can either solve it, or we could leave. Neither the wiser. All poor souls that come from Longstadt to here will just have the same effects that you're feeling. Some may die from it. Just because you're stronger, you've felt a bit weak. But do not let me cast any doubt on your convictions. If you would like to leave, myself and Zutsut will get ready within the hour.
Very well. Quartal, do you have the ability to detect magic in some sort of way?
I believe I have something similar to your fancy spirit eyes, so I may be able to do something like that right now. In fact, I cast detect magic.
Your eyes get burned by your eyes by looking at your friends. Everybody here has at least 1 or 2 really glowing items of magic. Looking around, you don't really see anything that would like call your attention. The only thing that you do see is like a suit of armor, like a very thick, those bulging, circular, full plates of armor, medieval heavy style. And it seems to have like 2 spikes coming off each shoulder that seem to have the shape of like something cylindrical to be fitted on them.
And what type of magic is it, oh Mr. DM? As I would know that from the spell.
I already forgot what the types of magic are in regular 5th edition, so give me a moment. The magic types. I'm writing my own magic system and I already forgot the names. You know that it would be enchantment.
Okay. So a fine yellow lightning coats the armor. Good to know.
Yeah. Though it's fairly faint, almost as if it's missing some component.
Okay. There seems to be nothing other than the armor over there that's really popping off.
Would my axe glow?
No.
Okay.
At this moment, you see SV as they come with multiple cups of coffee, a strong smell, like it's. I would describe the smell as like instant coffee. Nothing like too fancy, but considering the conditions and where you are, it's fucking delightful.
Instant coffee in 10 minutes, yes.
Uh-huh. And you see as they come, they put a coffee and go like, "Oh, here you go, my dear. One coffee for each of you. Anybody would like milk? I already gave you sugar. You should be fine."
Why did you give us sugar that would explode upon opening?
That would what?
Explode.
Why would the sugar explode?
Yes,
It looks
that's
like it's
my
been-
question exactly.
It's just endless sugar coming from the only dimension that never runs out of sugar.
There's what? There's a dimension made out of sugar?
Or somebody put it there, I don't really know. It's just like a relic from the past.
No. I investigated it, and if you were to use it or open it or whatever, it would explode.
Oh my dear, we've been using it for 7 years ever since we opened up this place. And even before that, I've been using it in all of my travels. It's just normal sugar. You can add it to your coffee.
Can I make an insight check?
Yeah, sure.
With disadvantage. I hate exhaustion. Oh, that's a 2 plus 8, so 10.
8. They are fucking lying to you. They want to see you burn, and they have like this grin on their face as they want to see all of their work explode just to take you with them.
Yeah, I will activate my CS eyes to see if she's a demon of some sort.
Yeah, you activate your eyes. Most of the lesser spirits are drawn to like the magical items and the magical effects and auras of your group. Slightly lesser concentrations of them are just like floating around, going to sources of energy. You don't see anything out of the ordinary.
I will take the coffee from here. Thank you very much. And I will distribute them.
Okay, I'm going to go bring you milk for the 2 ladies over there. She points to Thuras, who is face planting against the table just with the thumbs up. So I will leave the sugar with you and I'll be back in a minute, okay? Just sip it tighty.
Alright. Fishat throws the coffee out of the window.
There is no window, it hits the wall.
Or he opens the door and just throws it out.
there are those
Don't worry.
windows that don't seem to have like a glass, but somehow stop like the weather.
Oh, right, yeah. They were magical
the wind
windows.
from coming in or outside. Though,
Can I
if you try
cast
to
inf-
put your hand onto the window, your hand goes through that magical effect.
So I just throw the coffee out.
Yeah.
Like,
Can-
guys, this place is not safe, I think.
While that's happening, can I have cast invisibility?
Yeah. You'll just see a chair going.
And I'm just gonna follow. How long do I get?
An hour.
Okay, I'm just gonna follow. I'm gonna follow him about. I'll do a stealth check as well. Just to,
Sure, stealth with advantage because you are invisible.
That was a good roll. That was a terrible roll, but 16 nonetheless. 16 plus 24.
24. Yeah. So you just follow they as they go to the outside of the house. They milk a cow themselves. You do see the remains of like a pig that has been butchered, and some of it has been taken away, but the rest seems to just be left on the table. They milk a cow. They just start boiling the milk. Nothing much happens. After a few minutes, they will go back inside with a big jug of warm milk.
You know when you get that little voice in the back of your head, and it's not a voice, it's just a little devil on your shoulder saying, "I can do something that would just satisfy everyone." But I'm fighting every urge not to do this, so I'm just gonna.
That's an
Tripping
interesting
over.
thought.
I'm gonna like go walk upstairs, uninvisible, and then walk downstairs as if I'd been upstairs the entire time.
Sure.
Ooh.
Esvi goes like, "Oh, here you go. I brought milk for everybody." And she starts pouring like milk. You see that they start making like on Kauliki's mug like art made out of like the milk, like they make a leaf. Enjoy. And don't worry about it. It's all included in what you guys paid yesterday. Just recommend your friends.
Will do.
Did we pay?
Yeah.
Don't remember. Did we pay?
Because I didn't pay.
Yeah, I think I said that it was like
I think I paid, yes.
10 silver coins for everybody, something like that.
I'll just pretend someone else paid for me.
I think someone paid, yeah.
That's fine. Okay. What's that? Quattle is a literal like millionaire.
No, Gaba had all the money.
No, Gaba had half. the money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, did we figure it out? It was converted like 150 gold or something. What you
It was
got?
enough to buy a mansion
What?
each.
Yeah, I have
Look at-
70 platinum on me.
That's
Yeah.
750 gold. So you could definitely buy a house. A small
Don't need
house.
one, already got one.
I mean,
Alright, so we can assume that Quaddle had paid.
yeah.
Alright, I'll get rid of one platinum. There we go.
So
Right,
what are you guys
guys.
doing?
I don't really sense anything weird about this place, but I don't trust it either. I don't think we should stick around much longer, just in case. Crap.
Once we're out on the road, we can try and figure out why, but better to go before anything worse may happen.
Yes, agreed. Alright, so let's go, I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think
Right.
we've done all our preparation.
Would Giraffe say something? I feel like Giraffe would say something. I feel like he doesn't. I do not think we should leave yet.
You think it's that dangerous? I mean, the risk to others.
Yesterday. Why does it sound like Yoda?
Yes.
Yesterday.
Not leave, we should.
Here we shall.
Did anyone notice a fresh water or a fresh glass of milk in their room as they woke this morning?
Don't think. Did I? Don't think so.
No, there were no glasses in your room as you woke up.
No.
Nothing was disturbed. Like you would have sensed it through your owl. So everything was kind of as you left.
Was there a glass of milk in your room when you woke up?
No. I will give you an option. There are 5 of you. Well, are there 5? How many people? There's 5 plus of you. Whatever you decide next, I shall follow. But I still believe that there is more to this situation that I don't like. But I will let you decide what we do next.
What makes you say that? Because if you have some suspicion or concrete idea that we could investigate, then I would be happy to allow it to help you.
I mean, you did just try to blow up some sugar.
No, I tried to burn the explosive.
Ah, yes. Fire and explosions work wonderfully well together. But
Yeah, you all
He's
drink a
got a
bitter coffee
point.
without sugar.
There's no coffee, there's only milk now.
that... The innkeep was in the same city that I was many years ago. They do not look as old as I am. Can you explain that?
What race was the innkeep again?
Albion.
So the same as Jorah.
Shorelf is half Albion, if I'm correct.
Nope, full.
Full Albion? Okay. Yeah, the same. Though they do have longer ears, which is kind of like an indication of them being old.
Yeah, droopy ears, right?
Yeah.
I remember now.
Long flaccid ears.
Well, I'm not really sure, but perhaps time worked differently in the library where you were in.
Potentially. Or is it evidence that the innkeeper has been in another dimension as well?
Perhaps.
Perhaps.
As a man of... How do I say this? I want to say perception. As a man with very good eye for detail, there's one thing that you lot have all neglected. None of you have looked the innkeeper in the eye. She's younger than yesterday.
How many people were around last night? Would the others know?
So, you 6, 2 woodsmen, a merchant, so that's 9, Marlish, Sustut, Thuras, and Rolling Stone. So...
Did you say there was an axe stabbing in the corner or something? A couple
Yeah,
of
there
minutes
was
ago.
on the outside, like you heard somebody chopping wood.
Was that back of house or front of house?
Outside, just seems to be coming from the forest.
Would I have seen that, or heard or seen that when I went outside?
Yeah, it's going at this moment. Like it's been going for a while. You know that this forest is one of the biggest sources of wood for like the whole empire. So, I mean, Quotel, Eric, Ephraim would know that.
We haven't seen any of the others yet at all,
No.
have we?
You do see like the merchant. You saw him. He was still sleeping on one of the common beds as you came out. He's still sleeping even at this moment. The 2 woodsmen, you don't see them. The rest of like your companions are in here in various states of like dehydration and hangoverness.
Is there a place where the innkeep gathers the dirty dishes before she washes them?
You would see that they grab everything into like a big tray and they just carry everything outside to the back of the house where they came with like the milk and where Shoral would have seen the remainders of the pig that they butchered.
Because I would like to check how many used coffee cups there were, to check if there were 2 woodsmen still alive this morning. 2 woodcutters.
Sure. So if you just go, they are not going to stop you. They are just like outside doing some dishes, and you'd see that indeed there are 6, 9. your caps would still be there. So yeah, you do see like the caps from like the two woodsmen.
Right.
Freshly clean though. Like they don't have coffee, but you see water dripping from them. And funny thing, you see that they have this small shard of an elemental stone of a blue color that they squeeze and water comes out of it. And they have like this also small like paper packet that small dust comes, and when she just rubs it, it becomes kind of like this soap.
It's weird for a random innkeeper to have a very valuable artifact of infinite sugar.
What? What do you mean?
Well, not really. In a world full of magic, so they'll probably buy them at the the local medieval Costco back in the day.
I do think the two wood choppers. What's the word? Wood choppers in English?
Woodsman.
Woodsmen.
Lumberjacks, that's the word. The two lumberjacks were still alive this morning. But what state they were in, who knows?
I'll give you all a clue. I know exactly what's happened to you. But this is like a relationship. You've got to prove yourself to me as I'm proving myself to you. That I have to you. You have a choice. You figure out the riddle, or the crime, or whatever you want to call it, that's happened here this morning, last night, or we can leave.
How is it that you supposedly know so much about this inn and its innkeep?
I do not know about this inn, but I know about this innkeep and what happened to you because I learned how to pay attention to my surroundings. Always pass the vibe check before you sleep.
So the inn itself has a threshold of magic around it. It keeps the stuff out, and weather out.
Just in the windows. Kotor, you can
Just
give
in the
me,
windows.
for you, let's call it a history or arcana check.
Okay.
And it's going to be surrounded around the wood with your background as like an architect.
Dirty 20.
Nice. So this newt wood is like the main construction element that is used on like most of the either tall buildings or let's call it influential buildings for like people with money. The common folk use like more common woods, other types that comes from different places. But throughout the empire, this wood, the newt wood, is especially famous because you know that it is really easily enchanted. It's a hardwood, so it can sustain a lot of pressure, and it's really easy to carve runes into it, making it have like additional things. You even know you used to work with a family of gnomes from Almian that would enchant the wood themselves, and it would have properties to control the environment, the warm, the dry, or just make small places, pockets where the wind could not course through. So if this house in the middle of the forest is indeed constructed with that, it wouldn't be hard to have windows enchanted to don't let wind go through or the rain and the environment. It could also be a reason why this house is so well insonorized. Like noise only seems to come through from certain places, not throughout all of the wood. And in regards to what you said about an innkeeper just having like a magical item of infinite sugar, those are fairly common. They are not like every people, but like people with some money, especially on the capital, do have those. They are mostly recovered from ruins and stuff like that, from like the cities that fell during the cataclysm.
Just a poor man in a dimension just hacking away at sugar. Just like, oh, come on!
Well, we did establish the other day that if you banish or you or you like predigitate anything that just disappears. It appears in another dimension and it falls on somebody's face. So
So it's not this house, this inn, and its contents aren't atypical of a innkeeper out in the boonies.
they are like you wouldn't expect. This is not of the districts that are like rich or like you don't really you passed through Almian on your way to Arius Crossing. It's a small city. It has like 10,000 inhabitants. They are mostly workers. It's not nobody has like money. It's just like going through like a town in the middle of nowhere. So it is kind of weird to find like an inn, not even in the town, like in the middle of the forest, that has what 3 customers a day at most, and that it has like these type of things. But shit happens.
So, what are we going to do? Are you going to find out the riddle or the reason why you're feeling so lackluster today, or are we going to leave? Let me know.
Well, I have a feeling I may know something. The house, the inn itself, is made out of the newtwood, which is easily enchantable. An enchant could cause this feeling, and they are using this enchantment to possibly make people permanently fall asleep. Like, has anybody tried to wake the merchant upstairs?
Would be
So-
a bit rude, won't it?
As
Marley
you're
lifts his hands and goes like, "Oh yeah, dude, I will go. Just give me like a minute."
Thanks,
you,
Marlish.
you lot start doing this, and as you start like trying to figure things out, I will sit again in the corner that I've sat that looks out over the entire tavern. I'll put my feet up on the desk, and I'm going to pull up my ocarinas to start playing it.
Hood up, mysterious stranger in the corner.
Yeah,
Why don't you go talk to him?
I'm now just gonna let you get on with it. And any ability to talk to me, unless you're gonna come, and I'll probably say this,
Unless you come to me with some idea, some theory, I'm going to be here all day.
and I'll just literally lay back. I'll start playing the ocarina, that wooden ocarina.
You'll hear a screech like almost like when you plug a guitar into an amplifier, and then you hear wake up, grab a brush and put your little makeup, add your scars to fade away, then shake up. And a couple of minutes later, you do see the merchant. I think he was a dwarf, coming down the stairs with a really pissed off face.
Well, it wasn't permanent sleep, at the very least.
Alright, Giraffe. I will play your game, but just so we're clear,
It's not my game.
I don't appreciate this withholding of information.
Not withholding of information, just making sure that in the future, if something weird happens, that you're willing to follow it up, willing to chase through some ideas, not let things idly happen to innocent people around you.
That's all good and well, but I don't really appreciate the needing to prove ourselves to you in this case.
Just remember, I needed to prove myself to you lot. Prove my worth to get out of a library.
Well, I don't remember us requiring you to do that, mostly because I was not there for that session. But fair enough. Fisher will try to find and investigate the innkeep's room within the building.
Sure. Are you going about this like stealthy or just like rummaging your way through everybody?
While I'm in areas that are open to customers, I will just pretend like I'm like the clipboard guy, you know? I like pretend to know where I'm going. But as soon as I get into an off-limits area, I will start stealthing, yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and roll stealth with disadvantage.
Uh, 1 plus 2 plus 5 is 8. I think. 8, yeah.
So you start darting like the clipboard guy. Out of nowhere, you grab like the tray that SV was using to carry the stuff, and you start moving as if you knew what you were doing. And you see that at that moment, as you are trying to get away, the door slams open, and you see the two woodsmen, shirt out, completely drenched in sweat, just come and they like barge into you, headbutt. You all fall to the ground, and it was like, sorry there, mate. So freaking tired. That's fair. Where's my
That's
coffee,
alright.
girl?
That's alright. Accidents happen.
Now, like, all of the eyes are on you. Do you keep going?
Yeah.
Make another roll.
Alright.
Now, just so you guys know, failing a stealth check doesn't mean that you fail. It just raises. We are going to treat stealth into like 3 stages. 0, 1, 2, 3. Technically 4. 0, everything is normal. 1, some eyes are on you. 2, active alert. 3, they are actively looking for you.
Good old Assassin's Creed version of alertness.
Yeah, pretty much.
So, alright. I had to use an ability for it, but it's a total of 18.
So some people look at you, but these two lumberjacks are so loud and boisterous. They start talking to the dwarf merchant about how much wood they have cut today. Like they could probably fill a cart and send it to the city. They are like super loud, talking numbers in front of everybody without a care in the world. You do manage to get out of everybody's sight, and SV's room is just on the bottom floor, next to the kitchen. So you just go there, and it's a plain room. There's not much decoration there, just a bed, extremely well tightened up, tucked in, and there's like a cane, almost like some sort of decorative cane. It seems to be made out of like metal in a spiraling pattern, and just has like a crow in the top of the cane as just some figure.
I think my eyes are still active, and if they're not, I will reactivate them. But do they spot anything unusual?
No, you don't feel anything, just the lesser spirits surrounding you in a playful manner, dancing around you.
I will investigate the game
Sure.
if I can.
Roll me either history or investigation. Depending on what you roll is what I will tell you.
Investigation again. I think. Fuck this die. It's rolled 2 net ones already. I will use this one. That's a 21 total
21.
investigation.
So, with investigation, you start looking at the cane. The wood, it's made of like a compound of metal imprinted into some sort of wood, almost as a mixture of smithing with jewelry making with nature itself, as if the wood had grown around the metal. It's extremely well polished, and you focus your attention on the spiraling pattern that turns into a double helix coming to the crow's head at the top of this cane, and you just keep following the spiral and twist the crow's head, and it seems to detach, and the inside of this cane is empty, just like a hole, like a hole to like put something inside. You get the feeling that this could have been like some sort of hidden sword for elite people on the old ages, or to just hide like papers or substances inside. It seems to be empty at plain sight, though it feels slightly heavier. It could be the metal, it could be the construction itself, but once you remove the head, you feel like the weight shifted slightly.
I will bring the cane with me for Quetzal to examine it.
Okay.
And I will make my way back towards the others.
Really, should I do this? Oh god.
So everybody sees you walking with a cane that you didn't have prior. Nobody says nothing. They
Just act natural. Just use the clipboard, look at it. Nobody will ask anything.
The tray that Essie was using to carry all of the mugs and cakes, you just leave it on the table on your way out.
Yeah.
So yeah, Bishar comes with this cane.
Right.
Quetzal, what do your elf eyes see? Oh no, you're a turtle. What do your turtle eyes see within this cane?
Anything?
What are you doing? Your eyes again?
Do I see
or-
anything? Yes.
So, in the beginning, you don't see anything, but once Bishar removes the cane, the head of the cane, this cross shape, you do see some abjuration magic on the inside. But it's like faint, almost as if it hasn't been activated in a really long time. Just like the remnants of it.
Is it weak, or is it strong, but in comparison to everything else, it's not as high?
It's neither. Like
Okay.
it's almost like a remnant, like an imprinting of something that was activated long ago, and it still remains like the smell of it.
Do you guys have any ideas? I mean, Joraf seems to have a pretty strong idea about what's going on here, but he's also frustratingly unhelpful today.
Ocarina noises get louder.
Sod it. I'm gonna catapult that ocarina into a wall.
Does it work?
Can it pass the deck save?
Can I pass the deck saves? Because it's technically at me.
I mean, sure, roll for yourself. Let's say that you try to grab it, you feel something pulling.
Not
on it.
20.
Yeah, nothing happens.
Fuck. I just get a bit of a bum note.
Sure.
Alright, sod it. Resorting to measures, I'm gonna slap myself with a remove curse.
Okay. So, what are you doing?
This is the sorcerer's way. I just try spells till something sticks.
First one was out of frustration, the second one was like,
Yeah.
What are
I
you
want to
casting?
figure out what's happening. Remove curse on myself.
On yourself. Do you have any curse?
Do I?
He
It will remove
turns
any
back
curses
into-
that are afflicting me, so if I
He
have
turns
one...
back into a human. He was cursed to be a turtle.
Now, remember when we had our sessions here, we agreed that a remove curse doesn't remove the curse, but it tells you how to remove it. So you just get
Does it
the
tell me-
images of like 4 towers circling, standing tall in front of you, and that's it.
Okay. Alright, I need to roll 3 times on that table.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Go.
Yeah.
Go.
God damn it. All right. Where did I put it?
The music I'm playing on my ocarina
Mm-hmm.
while you're all there.
Mm-hmm.
Could I make it? I'll make a suggestive that you would probably. It sounds like a lullaby. Almost like I'm giving everyone a clue.
All right.
Can
So
we just get Gabba back? I really don't like this new character of yours. Just
Well, if this was Gabba, the innkeeper would be dead by now because she'd be like, "Nah, don't trust him," and then we'd have had combat for the fifth time. I probably would have. You know, this guy's dark. He's edgy. He's an old-fashioned emo. He knows the
annoying.
world.
You are an edgelord.
yeah. You spent too much time on Reddit as a child and then got locked up in the library for 2,000 years.
well, so for one, I rolled a 23. All unlocked doors and windows within 60 feet of the caster fly open.
Oh.
The windows, nothing happens. The door, it opens.
Cool. I rolled a 63. A mighty wind blasts forth from the caster. Everyone within 20 feet must make a DC 15 strength save or else fall prone.
All of the mags with coffee fall and break immediately. The armor itself falls to the ground, tumbling, and some of the wood that was not that well bolted to the ground just topples and falls.
Technically, because do I need to do it because I'm sat down?
I mean, you may fall on your back.
I'm
pretty sure
That was.
Would this
That's
count as something forcing me to move against my will?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, then I can use my reaction to succeed automatically.
And that was a wasted natural 20.
And lastly, the possibly annoying one is 98. The target age is 1d100 years, possibly dying of old age.
Ooh, I love this table.
1d100 years.
I mean, we did establish that your specific type of Beast Walker lives around 150 years.
How old are you currently?
I'm 40.
You could just, alright. You could just need like oxygen tanks or something to get around. Only one spell a day from now on.
What's the D100?
Natural one again, please. 24.
Yeah,
okay.
you see that Quattle turns slightly more once everybody gets back up from this strong gust of wind in omnidirectional that came out of the turtle, except for Bishar, who is just standing there like, I don't give a fuck. You all
Ephraim as
see
well,
that.
I think.
How would you be older? Like,
Isn't turtles? Don't their shells get more rings? Because it's something like the rings of a turtle shell. You can tell how old they are by they get pointed or something.
Also, something that
It's trees,
I'm
I
pretty
think.
sure that I asked when we created your character, but are you a turtle or are you a tortoise?
Oh God, I can't remember.
Do you have a swimming speed?
I don't have a swing speed. I can just hold my breath. So I think it's turtles are weird.
So
Just generally.
So turtle's age. To estimate the age of a turtle, divide the number of rings by 2. So, for example, if a turtle has 16 rings on its guts, you can estimate the turtle is 18 years old. So you'll have 24 new rings on your shell.
But would your face or your horn change? Like, are you more wrinkled or just your shell would change?
I think it would just be the shell would change.
Yeah.
You're going to grow taller just by a bit. It's a longer neck.
slightly slower as well.
Yeah, so Bishar would probably be the only one to notice. Maybe Eric.
You all right, Quattro?
Just disappointed.
Right. Did you at least learn anything?
I learned that there's no curse on us, which is a win. Well, there is a curse on me,
What was
but
it
there's
worth?
no additional curse.
Was it worth like this?
No.
All right.
Well, but okay. Then what does the cane actually tell us? Does it actually
I don't know.
suggest?
I mean, Quattro figured out that. I mean, I'm assuming you told us whatever you saw. Quattro found out that it is magical, but not used in a while. It seems like it held something, either a sword or documents or some sort of liquid, I suppose.
Helps a man speed
While
up
you
when
guys
he's walking
are
with a crutch.
talking casually and calmly, Esfi comes running and was like, "Oh my, what the hell happened here?" She looks at her tavern pretty much wrecked. As
Can
if
I
it's
quickly
like-
try to hide the cane, like beside my body, once he comes in?
Make a stealth check.
All right.
Well, kind of move in the way. Okay.
With disadvantage because of exhaustion.
Yeah. Oh wait. Oh, not this die.
Can I help?
How do you help?
Yes, I will help.
Like I'm literally physically getting in the way of like just standing in front of him.
I'll cast haste on the
Yeah.
show.
Haste.
Mm-hmm.
Haste.
So it's
Doesn't that give you a D4?
No, the haste gives you like an additional action. Are you thinking
Oh,
about?
I thought haste was a D4.
I tried to hide the cane twice because I have an extra action.
Oh yeah, plus 2 AC. Advantages on dexterity. Oh, no. What
Are
is,
you
is stealth a dex?
thinking about
roll?
Guidance.
guidance?
Ability.
Yeah, but I don't think I. Well, with haste, I can both cast guidance and try to hide the cane. I suppose.
What was yours?
But with just disadvantage, straight roll stealth would be a 9.
Nice.
Yeah, so I got 10. 9.
So you all SP comes and goes like, "Oh, what happened here? Did you all start a fight?"
Wind happened.
But
Yes.
wind, my mushy windows.
The door is open.
Yes, Quattro sometimes does this when he's excited or stressed or anxious or whatever.
Oh
Just
dear.
winds comes out of him.
Is everybody okay? Nobody hurt?
Yes. Has this ever happened to someone in your tavern before?
Well, no. But I must say, you folks are the strangest ones I've seen in like the 4 years that I had this place.
That's she got the infinite.
Is this place entirely yours, or did you purchase it from anybody?
Oh, yeah, completely mine, mister. And I'm sorry to say, but I'm going to have to charge you a little bit extra for the mags.
For the what?
For the mags that you just broke.
Which marks?
The coffee
Also, I
mags.
did. Right. All right.
Can we fix them?
I can fix them if you want.
Oh yeah.
Well, definitely, be my guest. Like,
Mending.
they were passed down by me by a lovely Albion friend back in the capital, so I would certainly like to keep them.
All right, I will just cast mending on the mugs and give them back.
Yeah.
While we're talking, can I just like try and look, like look at her eyes?
Yeah. So, what are you looking for? Anything in particular?
Any odd coloration or like odd, I don't know, patterning or any,
No,
visual.
no, nothing. They just have like yellow eyes, fairly common for Albians. You do see that their eyes kind of like point straight to the cane, but they seem to ignore it. So you all fix the mags, help put the tavern back in its own shape.
While
SP
Giraffe is just sat there playing his ocarina, knocking a world.
Esfishask goes back outside, keeps washing, and you do start here smelling like the preparation of what would be lunch further down. At this point, I'm going to say that it's already 10 a.m. So, what are you guys doing?
I will investigate the rooms we slept in to try to see if there's anything special going on over there.
Giraffe lets out a little smile. First physical sign that you probably see this.
Fisher gives Giraffe an annoyed look when he walks by.
No. So you are checking the rooms, looking for anything in particular?
Just anything magical, anything out of the ordinary. I will keep my eyes active. I'll probably burn another charge of those because it's probably more than 10 minutes at this point.
Yeah, between your perception and your magical spiritual eyes, you do see like the windows are still the same. Looking around, you do see in some parts of like the doors, you see runes. Eric will help you with his book. Oh, look at Eric, so smart. He will let you know that they are runes to control sound and the environment stuff, mostly for like the moist levels in the room, and similar to those in the windows to just not let sound pass through those doors once they are closed, of course. It's almost like, you know, those door mechanism that has a magnet on each side, and unless they all line up together, the effect doesn't happen. It's kind of working like that. So once the door is closed, those effects would be in effect inside. Yay, we just invented magical AC.
Anything related to exhaustion or age reversal or
Not
youth
that
theft?
you and Eric could find, like you didn't find anything in those fields.
Does the inn have a high enough pitch in its roof to have a loft or bits like that? Is there something that could be above the rooms, or is it constructed in a way that it could have a basement?
Let's call it, I don't know, there's no architectonic knowledge, so let's just call it investigation, let's say.
26 with a natural 20.
26. Okay, so let me look at the map that I designed like 4 weeks ago.
Don't you have exhaustion as well?
Yes, I do. God damn. Okay, a 19 for a 25.
25, still good enough. So
Pretty good.
looking at the construction of this place from the outside, it's a fairly big house. You do get the feeling that there's probably some cellar to keep like stuff like drinks or cheese outside of the light and in a well condition. So there's probably some sort of small basement. You even see a door, like a trap door going down on one of the sides of like behind the bar. So it has like the main floor, one floor with rooms, and another floor higher up that nobody has gone to yet. But you don't get the feeling that this place would have like more rooms than what it appears from the outside. It just seemed to be a fairly common construction.
No secret rooms. Okay, cool. I would like to go up to the second story, please, if I can.
Yes. Can I use a charge of my my nerd glasses on the cane?
Ooh.
Okay.
to
So as Quattle climbs the stairs, the second flight of stairs, Ephraim, you check the cane. Uh, Nothing much comes in information. You just have like a detailed explanation of the thing inside. It's some sort of extra dimensional storage, almost like a small pocket dimension that can hold things thinner than the edge of a blade. So if you have like a paper, a liquid, or anything that you put inside, it would just be transported to some other place to be released by squishing the handle of the cane, the crow itself. It can hold one thing at a time, but based on the faint remnants of magic, you get the feeling that it hasn't been used in a long time. Either because nobody knows of this, or because there hasn't been need for it. So there's like nothing stored inside of it right now, as you try to squish the crow's head.
then I will follow Quattle upstairs.
Sure. So checking on the second set of stairs, the second floor, it just seems to be more rooms, but more of for personal use. There are bookcases, there's a door that is locked and cannot be opened. It seems to be more of like a studio rather than a place for guests to go inside.
Locked door.
I mean, I could try and pick it, possibly. I do have the tools on me. Before
Definitely
we try anything rash.
How I've seen doors before. How good is this door?
I know doors.
I know doors.
I've used them my entire life.
I've put so many doors in buildings. I know doors.
Just by looking at it, it seems like a sturdy, heavy wooden door, similar to the one at the entrance for this building.
Hinges on this side.
No.
Darn. Can't take over hinges. Okay. You could give it a go. I would check it for any sort of traps or anything before you go poking around, though.
Alright. Just sort of start feeling around, checking for anything first.
Make an investigation check with disadvantage.
Investigation check. That will be 12.
12.
And I am keeping watch on the stairs.
So, an 18. There doesn't seem to be traps as far as you know. You do see like inside by checking on the lock, like some wire, small, doesn't seem to be connected to anything, almost as if it was just left inside there, cut from everything else.
Wouldn't it be possible for me to like cut this wire, or like no?
Uh,
Yeah.
I mean, you could. It's kind of hard because it's enclosed within the lock.
There may be a wire that I don't think it connects to anything, but I can't be certain. all this stuff going to other dimensions, right? Like the sugar and the cane. That's what I discovered. Something makes me wonder if other things are too, or even maybe this is a bit unlikely. But if somehow this place is like a pocket. I mean, all the windows are magical and the controlled entrances. But
Could
for the...
be.
Should I just pick the lock, or do we want to try and see if this way? Again, it doesn't appear to go anywhere.
I know the layout of this inn. Does it have a window on the outside
Not on
of this
floor.
room? Okay. Not on this floor for that room. Okay.
Yeah. The only light that seems to be inside of this place seems to be from a lantern. So, what are you two doing?
What are in these bookcases? What sort of books?
Oh, it's
How to trap a door 101.
yeah, no.
You know, how to steal people's youth and
Yeah.
gain it as your own 101. And
Creating
stuff
a
like
pocket dimension for dummies or something.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just normal books. There's a lot of like love fantasies, or like the tale of two orcs going across a mountain to meet in the middle, away from their family because one of them was red and the other was blue skinned, or the tale of two elves that fall in love and they have a third into the relationship that turns to be an orc. There's a lot of like love fantasies with orcs involved.
Okay. Good thing Gabber isn't here. That may be very weird.
It's almost as if somebody wrote this before taking a character away. Hmm.
We could straight up ask the innkeeper what's happening.
I mean, I noticed she saw the cane but didn't mention anything. It's when we, after all the wind. So it's as if she's maybe leading us on. It may be worth it, but I feel like I want to at least try to open the door. I mean,
Well, let's have you give it a go, and then we'll just ask the question, or we use the silly key and we go into the library and ask some questions.
okay, picking. I have thieves' tools. Is that just?
So that is. Are you proficient in tips tools?
Yes.
So that would be proficiency plus dexterity.
Okay. Much. 18.
18. So the lock seems to be opened without a single problem. The door opens and you go inside. As the room open, give me a second. As the door opens, just a single Oh fuck, my computer is going crazy. It's going to explode. So, as the door opens, you see in front of you just a long hallway with a table at the end.
Longer than the building itself that we are in currently, towards the wall that should be there.
No, just as long as the building, like from one corner to the other, and it seems to turn on the side to like an entrance to a big room. That seems to be as tall as long as all of this floor.
Is there any... Like, is the flooring just straight planks of wood, or is there anything like... No,
No,
rugs or anything on the floor?
nothing seems to call your attention. It just seems like a hallway that opens to a room. Do you go inside?
Is the make, like, how the room looks, is it similar to everywhere else in the tavern?
Exactly the same wood, the same flooring, no lights in this place, just the lantern that is on your back. There's no noise, just seems like a closed library or studio that is separated by a hallway.
Before Ephraim would take a step in, Quartal would throw or try to roll a copper piece or something similar into the hallway to see if anything happens.
So you roll a coin. Nothing much happens. The coin just gets to the other side of the hallway. Quotal is fucking amazing rolling coins. It didn't stray to like any of the sides. It just went on a straight line.
He has so many of them.
Just using money.
So
I don't care anymore.
There's no problem that money cannot solve.
So yeah, nothing much happens.
Well, inorganic objects don't seem to do anything.
Yes. I'm worried if we go in, I'll just be...
Now, I'm going to need everybody to hop onto Tailspire and roll initiative, please.
Yay!
Will I need the modded version? Or
No.
Okay.
Vanilla version, that's fine.
Alright. That saves me an endless stream of error messages.
Oh yeah.
I forgot what Tailspire looks like. Here it is.
Okay.
Oh no, my Ocarina of Time whistling is ruined.
Callum, can you remind me if you sent me the link for Shoral?
I did, I believe. Do you want me to send it to you personally?
I don't know.
Or should it should
Oh,
shouldn't it
This
just be in the
I'm going to
Tailspire?
list
Yeah.
that's it, yeah.
This is
I don't
Esme's
know.
house, right? The map.
This is Esfi's house, yeah.
Right.
Shoral the Forgotten. We have a mini.
I'm a new guy.
GM tools, make unique. So let's see. So Shoral, you are around here.
What the fuck?
Okay. And I'm going to need where did I leave her? SV is also.
Oh, there I am.
Fucking Tailspire. Okay, so I'm almost done setting everything up over here.
Could I get control of Joralf and
No,
Kauliki as well?
Kaulika, I think you have.
I've only got Eric on mine.
Oh, okay. GM tools. Player
I like my
permissions. There. You
Period, boy.
should have them.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. So let's see. 20 and higher.
Oh, crap. Need to roll. No.
Nope. Oh, actually, what is my initial? Oh, no.
15 to 20.
Yes. 16.
Okay. 16 for Shoral. 10 to 15. Has anybody
Yes,
rolled
11.
for Eric and Kauliki?
Eric is 14 plus, I think he's 2. I haven't got his character sheet.
14 plus
Sweet.
2. So Eric would go behind Shoral.
And
Kauliki?
Kauliki is 14.
14. So where is Kauliki? Where did I put Kauliki?
I can't see Eric on the map for some reason. I don't know if he's underneath or on top.
He's on the.
Or is he-
on the
He's
bottom
on
floor.
the ground floor, but I think me and Eric are supposed to be on the first floor.
On the first
Oh,
floor.
there you
Yeah,
go.
I will put you guys where you go in a second.
Right.
So 5 to 10?
I had 11. Not sure if you heard me.
11.
I had a 10.
A 10. So Hotel would go next. And Ephraim goes last.
Yep.
Okay.
5. Yeah.
Okay, so let
Not
me
walking in the
just
right
position
sense.
you guys where you are supposed to be. Okay, let's see. So Ephraim and Quattle are on the top, and where are we? Bishar is on the second floor with Eric. Okay, there we go. So, first thing first. Stop. Let me change to the combat cam. Do any of you want to do the stream of the map, please?
I won't be able to because my computer dies every time.
I will try, but there's also a very high likelihood of my computer dying.
Yeah, that's fine.
Window to Aspire.
So, Shoralf. The first thing that happens is that in your invisibility, you try to cast Hold Person on SV, and you see as they. How does your Hold Person look?
So it's called Unholy Grasp. And the only way I can describe it is like some. Who would see this? Because I don't want to let it out. Just
The public.
okay. It would see almost like whitish claw hands come and like go to grab around the side.
Mm-hmm.
And they kind of like pick and just like slightly lift them off the ground. But my hand would be like maneuver, almost like it's got the guide in this grasp.
Yeah. So as you try to do that, it fails.
Shit.
And you see that SV teleports somewhere. They disappear out of your sight in a puff of smoke. You feel the smell of warm coffee as they disappear, and they reappear on the third floor in front of you, Ephraim. Where is SV? Okay. 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 So, Ephraim, you see as they appear in front of you, standing in front of a door, and with just looking at you straight into your face, at you and Quattle, they go, "Oh my dear, I'm sorry, but this place is not allowed for visitors of the inn. Would you please mind packing up?"
Well, we just thought we'd take a look at we'll take a look at the contents. We saw there were some interesting books in there. I have a habit of looking at these things.
Oh, of course. There's a library on the main floor if you'd like to explore the books over there, or if you'd like any of my more personal books, I could lend you some, but everything behind this door, I'm afraid, is of personal information regarding the well-keeping of my place, so I kindly ask you to please go back to the other guests. And that's going to be their turn. Eric. Eric will hear this conversation from the second floor.
Am I playing Eric?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm guessing Eric would. Would he? I think in a bit of a curious gaze would probably start walking up the stairs. I can't get to him right now because I can't get down the lower levels. But I think you may try and just follow up, and just listen out, and probably ready in action just in case any funny business goes down, but not wanting to show himself. So maybe can I roll a stealth?
Yeah, sure.
I don't know what his stealth. He's got disadvantage. I know that much. Does anyone have Eric's? Oh no, his character shoots on. I got it.
D&D Beyond.
He's lent us a PDF that I've now just downloaded, and I've got an infected Malway. Oh god, your stealth is so bad.
And he has disadvantage for heavy armor.
Oh, but he's got that one.
Yeah. Clank, 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 he's climbing the stairs. He thinks he's being stealthy as much as he can, but the armor just bumps against everything. And for some reason, he's carrying his weapon, which also impacts on every step of the staircase. Next up is Kauliki, who we are going to say is just on the bottom floor, unaware of the situation, just playing with Kaine and Rolling Stone. So we go to Bishar. Rick will be back in a minute. So let's go to you, Quattle, and then we will come back to Bishar.
Quattle wouldn't move around. So it's fairly. Meow. Just over the commotion of the noise and hearing Esme suddenly up on this floor.
Oh, we're.
Hello.
Yes.
It is your turn,
Everything.
Bishar.
Yes.
Right. I'm still restarting stuff. Give me a second.
That's okay, don't worry.
every-
You are on the second floor. You hear as Esfi appears in a path of cream and coffee and good smells in front of Ephraim, and they pretty much told him to please don't come into this place, it's for personal use. And you hear that conversation coming from the floor above.
I would pretty much just follow the noise, go up the stairs, and see what's going on.
Yeah, that pretty much you see Ephraim arguing with a slightly altered Esfi, not on their regular composed self.
Altered how?
Kind of shaken, as if somebody had been poking their nose where they shouldn't be, and they got kind of agitated.
Right. I will just walk up. He's like, "Hello, what's going on?"
Oh, as I was telling your friend here, you, as my guests, are welcome to be in every place except for this floor. This is only for personal use. So I, once again, kindly ask everybody to please back up and go enjoy your coffees.
All right. Any reason why we're up here, guys?
Oh, we just thought we just thought we'd check things out to make sure that we hadn't missed anything.
I see. All right. Out of character, did I miss anything? What did the others do? In that
No.
Yeah.
No, nothing much happened.
Right.
Just as we came up here.
I will just follow the others. If they're heading down, then I will go with them.
Yeah. So is everybody going down?
I think so. I feel like I don't know enough to confront this point.
Yeah. So
But I-
as you
Campbell
all,
lost my way out.
Actually, can I create a mind link to Ephraim, I think, while we're doing this, and just ask, is there a reason why you two were going up to the attic?
We wanted to see if there's anything hidden in here that might reveal anything, but also I discovered that the cane also has like a storage properties that involve connecting to a bucket dimension, like the sugar, and so we wanted to see if there was any extra space in this house, in this inn, that from the outside shouldn't be there.
A lot of extra dimensional stuff going on here.
Yes, it's. They're related somehow, but I don't know what purpose they would serve apart from just what they appear to do.
Very well. Let's not cause any more suspicion for now. Just head down.
yeah. As you all leave the top floor, you hear how SV, as they are closing the door again, putting like a lock. You all hear a small chime going around, and when you go down, you see the two lumberjacks are just leaving to go chop some more wood. Shoralf, you are still invisible.
How much roughly do I know I have left?
Just a couple of seconds. You do see Esfi coming back into the same room around half a minute later. Back into the kitchen. They just grabbed like one of the last dishes that they were cleaning. And you see they whispering, I don't know which one you are. I have an idea of which one you are. I would ask you to please remain civil and not do that in my home. Let's just keep you our relationship of guest and innkeeper. And you can leave. You can leave and go on your journey. Just tell everybody about this beautiful spot in the middle of the forest and nothing else has to happen. They just say that as they are washing the last dish. They leave it there, and they leave the kitchen, close the door, just as your invisibility is running off.
What would your Ralph do in a situation like this?
Sneak around like a motherfucker.
I feel I'm very, very. Oh, do I do it? Let me just consult something. I just gotta just see. I'm just gotta like read something.
Bishar and Kotal, I'm going to say, as you guys go down with your passive perception, you would notice that the armor now has 2 glass cylinder containers, and with just like a translucency liquid, almost invisible, but you see the refraction on the light inside of those 2 tubes. Everything else just seems to be normal. As you see Esfi coming back from the kitchen and go, well, I'm willing to leave that behind our back and keep going on with our mornings. I would like if you plan on staying one more day and extending your sleep. I'm preparing a stew for the midday, and some of the woodsmen of the forest may come. So, would you like to order some, or are you planning on being on your way really soon?
You would, as she's saying this, Vishar and Quartal would see me standing behind her, and I'm gonna look in Vishar's eyes. I'm not gonna do anything. I'm just gonna look in Vishar's eyes.
What expression do you have currently?
Expressionless. Literally just like my blank face. Just looking in your eyes. Almost like... that's what I'm going to say. Blank face. Blank face just looking directly in your eyes.
You see Fisher roll his eyes slightly with a, oh, fine. And he create a mind link with you. What is it?
Oh, would I respond? He would respond with,
The next move is yours. Think carefully.
Right. Frustratingly unhelpful. And I will cut the link.
You would notice, though, that his axe is drawn.
I'm going to say, with your passive perception, you all look at Esfi's body language, as they are these fluent beings just moving around, very eloquent, but you do see the fingers are kind of tense, as if prepared for what could happen.
And I am kind of like in the same stance as my character on Tilespire. I am kind of stood like this, like arms down, axe in my hand, flat.
Are we like being escorted down, basically, to the ground floor, or are we still
At this point, everybody's already
free to roam
already
around?
down.
Yeah, I know. But...
So I don't know if this is true, but the way I imagined it was, Esme is behind the counter, I'm behind her, like in the alleyway, and you two are in front of her. That's what I've imagined it.
Yeah, she's giving. They are giving their back to you.
I will sit at the table, motion Quartal and Ephraim to join me. I need to speak with my companions. Is it necessary for us to find out what's in the attic? Do you think there's something behind that door?
I mean, if we do find something, what? Like, what are we going to do to her? What is our goal on this? I mean,
The longer we're... Even though Joref is annoyingly unhelpful this morning, there is something off about this place.
Yes,
and he is right that all of us woke up with an exhausted feeling.
At this point, Shoralf Esme walks next to you, looks at the axe, just for a second, looks at you straight in the eye, and they just keep walking back into the kitchen, and you start hearing how they are preparing some utensils for keeping going with the stew.
All right, Ephraim, I will keep a mind link open with you, and I will try to sneak upstairs. If she comes back, try to distract her. Kotal, you can join me if you want. It's up to you. But I think it's Ephraim. What do we wait? Let me rephrase this. Do we think it's better for all of us to go upstairs, or two of us, or just me, or just one of you?
I'm just gonna. You would, and you've never. This is probably well, actually, you've already met Jorah for about a week. You would see him uncharacteristically throw his axe as hard as he could at the wall in front of him, and just walk out the front door. So my axe is impaled in the wall, and he's just gone sat out the front door. Just gone outside, sat on the bench outside. Ocarina started playing.
Make
What the fuck was that
an
about?
attack check.
Oh God, it's the monster house.
18 plus.
It's a giant mimic. The entire house is a mimic.
I'm guessing that is that. So I haven't got my axe on here for some reason. Let me just quickly.
It would be
Oh, I
18
do.
plus proficiency plus strength.
Yeah, I've got your. I did send it to you actually. I'm just scrolling. We messaged too much.
Yeah.
Okay, see that. See plus 25.
Yeah, the axe
Yeah.
all perfectly impales itself into the hardwood of this place.
And I just walk outside, leaving the axe in the wall. And then you just hear different music. Would they be able to hear my music outside?
No.
Okay. So I'll just walk outside.
Ah,
If you close the door,
blessed
no.
silence.
You see Esme comes and goes like, "Oh, for Longus, for real?" And you see as they go and start trying to pull out the axe from the hardwood. "I'm so sorry, but you folks have been extremely rude. I'm going to have to ask you to leave, please. I don't feel like I want to keep giving services to you." Holy fuck, natural 20. You see as they kind of seem to fake that they are struggling to remove the axe, and once they say, "Please leave, I'm not going to offer my services again to you," the axe comes out of the wall.
I feel like doing God of War thing when he just goes, pulls it all the way back.
Well, look. I mean, we can leave, that's fine, but I just feel I ought to ask. Why is there so much strange stuff? All the things that take things from, pocket dimensions, and the fact that every single one of our, well, not all of us, but almost all of our group were fatigued, even though some of us notably do not really drink. Not me, but the others. If you could provide an explanation, then it would allow us to leave without issue.
All of this trouble, and you could have just asked a question? You folks are extremely rude. First of all, we live in a world that has been fractured and it's flying on top of the clouds. It's not that weird to have relics from the past. I just like to go to the Almerian market and getting myself some fancy stuff from time to time, okay? And I'm sorry, Yes. Oh, I didn't tell you. I'm part of the Arcanum Halo Academy. Oh, yeah. I used to be a big mage and an adventurer and stuff, but I shouldn't have to be telling you everything about my past. You, I'm just the friendly innkeep in the forest. Ephraim, Arcanum Halo Academy. That rings a bell to you.
Yeah.
In the Holy Longstad Empire, in the second district of this, uh, it's the district is called Alonia, Alonia. This district is mostly secretive and guarded, cannot be accessed unless you have authorization. Now nobody really knows what's going on in there, but it's the place where most people, most magecraft and most of the engineer works for like the everything except for Elam is in there. Like all of the magical artifacts, all of the excavations, all of the mages, everything is in that district, and they serve directly the royal family of Longstad. Uh, so it's kind of common, like the only common knowledge about this district throughout the empire is that there is a magical academy for people that have shown prospects in the arcane. And the top graduates of that academy, the Royal Arcane Halo Academy, are the ones that can join the royal court, and those are the people that work with the royal family to bring new districts to the empire and grab drifter lands.
Okay. The Arcanum colony. Who wouldn't happen to know the sort of things going on there?
No, I left the academy years ago. Why do you think I'm an innkeep in the middle of the forest and not in serving the royals? I have some arcade artifacts. Oh, sorry. That's not reason to go meddling in my affairs.
I do agree normally, but it's just circumstances cannot help me but be suspicious.
Well,
and I
dear.
look to like Vishar, be like, I feel I've made my point, but if you wish to continue,
I was going to say, while Ephraim is unknowingly distracting her a bit, Vishal will cast Pass Without Trace on himself, Misty Step to the stairwell, and try to sneak upstairs to the door in the attic.
Okay. Roll stealth with +10 and disadvantage.
That's a 32 total.
With disadvantage.
Yeah, I rolled a 14. I used an ability that lets me add a d6, which I rolled a 6 on. I have a +2 naturally and an additional 10 from Pass Without Trace. The 14 was with disadvantage, by the way. I rolled 14 and 17.
Like you even left the inn out through the main door, and you missed a step, so nobody sees you going into there. Same thing. You come to a closed door. That is like it has a old metal lock. And Ephraim Esme goes like, "I'm sorry, that seems like a you problem. I don't intend to be rude, but I tried my best to be patient. I told you to not meddle into my personal things. This is an inn. You don't go into other people's house rummaging through their personal belongings. So I'm going to have to ask you to
all right.
please leave.
All right. In a bit, but you need to understand. We have had a loss recently, so we are naturally more suspicious. It's just we've suffered because of things we've not understood in situations where things seemed normal, like this, and so it just is reasonable for us.
No, it's not. I would have loved to hear your story over some ale, over some coffee, just like we did yesterday. But just because you've had rough times, that doesn't give you the permission to go into other people's personal belongings. You cross a line, and I'm not going to stand for it. So, for the third time, I ask you to please leave my inn. Next time, I'm not going to say please.
Okay.
I slam the door open and I point straight at Esme.
Okay.
What were you doing in Tiramalan?
Make an intimidation check. Bishar, are you trying to opening the lock?
Can I? Is the door itself magical, or is it just a locked door?
It's just a lock.
I walk through the door.
How? Starry form?
No. With my what's it called? Phasing ability. Let
Level
me read
8.
it out.
It's going to
No, level 1. I've been able to do this since the first session. As an action, you can become incorporeal until the start of your next turn. While this effect lasts, you can move at double your movement speeds and go through any non-magical object that's less than 5 foot thick.
Okay, and you can do that how many times a day?
Infinite. No. With it? No limit.
What the fuck?
Hey, you designed the race.
What the fuck did I do?
You dumb goof, that's what!
yeah.
Okay. Okay. Sure. So you just go through the door. I just made like 3/4 of the difficult challenges not matter at all. So you just go through the door and you see this hallway, no lights, completely dark. So you don't really see anything. Sure, what is your intimidation?
23.
Okay, that's a 1.
Big scary old guy kicking door down, pointing straight in your face.
I was just
Family Guy
fleeing.
monkey.
I was just fleeing the city. Like everybody else.
What are you there for?
I lived there.
I do not believe you.
That's a you problem.
He's gonna grab his axe. Well, I'm guessing he's gonna attempt to grab his axe from you.
You see that the merchant kind of like steps back a little bit. And you see the 2 lumberjacks from the middle of the forest coming after hearing the noise.
Where did you live in Tiramalan?
I was living in the watch alley.
Liar!
No, it's the truth.
Tell me the truth.
That is the truth. I
You can't
was
handle
in the
the
watch
truth.
alley, and I don't like your tone, mister.
Giraffe, Why are you so certain about this? Why is it something you know?
I was there on that day. And I know she's lying. Because she would be dead. I know what she did last night. She sucked your life force. All of you. If it was not for me being awake, she would have done it to us too. And I just put my axe towards her throat and I go, tell the truth. Otherwise your life is forfeit.
So, Bishar, as you walk down the hallway, do you turn any sort of light?
Can I see clearly enough, or is it just pitch black in here?
It is
Dark
pitch
in here?
black. There's not a single opening in this place.
I will cast Produce Flame in my hand then to cast a light.
Okay. And you start walking down the hallway. As you walk, the hallway seems to start having markings like runes that glow faintly as you step further inside, and the place starts having like some dim light. As you turn around the hallway, you see an open room with just a large table desk in the middle and no chair. It seems to be filled with papers on top of it.
Right. I'm, by the way, constantly updating Ephraim through MindLink while I'm walking through this hallway. And I will just quickly investigate the papers, try to see if there's anything interesting.
Ephraim, you don't hear anything.
No.
Bishar,
Crap.
you were updating him, but as these runes in the hallway started to light up, you feel your mind link being forcefully shut off.
God damn it.
As you approach the table, give me an investigation check. Shoralf, make yet another intimidation check.
Investigation.
20. Not dirty 20.
Anybody else is doing anything while Shoralf has an axe pointed to the old Albion?
Can I get an advantage on that? Because an axe at the throat is pretty intimidating.
Yeah, sure.
It's a 14 on investigation.
24.
Okay.
Roll a 19.
Okay. So, Bishar, they seem to be letters communicating with someone that goes by the name of the Bard. Lebard. LE_Bard. That's the name that is repeated. Like the letter goes like, "Oh, and excuse me, Mr. Lebard." And
Always with underscore.
yeah, always with the underscore.
It's his game attack.
So these letters seem to be talking about the trade goods that have been moving through here, everything that has gotten to through this place into Iris Crossing, into preparations for the new district. There are some names that you don't really recognize. They do name Elam, Nersandi, Almeria, and Longstadt. And the last letter has some of them seem to be just like newsletters about what's going on in the rest of the empire, some gossiping with this person Lebard, but some of them seem to be more of like a conversation about plans to get rid of nobles and plans to freeing the people and giving more money to them, increasing the migration and the people moving between places and not constraining them. There's a lot of like liberation front information in here. You do see in the letters that mention the newsletter, some mentions of a place called District 22 Trelwyn, Trelwyn, Trelwyn. It says there was a terrible accident at the Orc festival. They half of the orcs are dead. Something happened with the ritual. This is a moment for us to keep in to gain the chance as they send support to that district. And the letters just seems to be going on and on. If Halina was here, she would be going crazy.
I too am going crazy.
So in the meantime, Shoralf, what did you roll for intimidation?
It is a 24. Can I add before you? I want to add things. Just a little expo dump for people, for the viewing audience.
I will allow it.
Tell me how you got out then. Because I was at the cathedral. I saw the demon horses leave. I saw the black mist come. Did you leave before this happened? Did you get through before the watch turned on his own people? Tell me how you escaped. Oh, was it through the old gates? Never, you would have never reached it in time. The demon horses and the demons were already there before you even had a chance to even know what was going on. You lie, sir. You lie.
I was in Watch Lane, and this lovely lady with her pink armor and her helmet, part of the watch, just guided everybody into a boat and we went out through the river.
You didn't say this last night. You said a man led you through the old gates. You lie.
Well, yes, I rolled a natural one. I'm not lying. I'm telling the truth. It was 200 years ago. It was a traumatic experience, okay?
And 200 years ago, it reminds me every day. Every day I meditate, I see the people burn, eaten alive, tortured. That doesn't leave you. You don't forget how you leave a city that is being destroyed by demonic powers. You are a liar. You are a fiend.
I'm also haunted.
And if you do not tell the truth, you will die today.
I'm also haunted by the experiences of my past. You don't get to be my age. You don't get to have these long years without experiencing something like that.
If this is true and you have been taking people's life force, what is actually the effect of that?
Why would I take people's life force? And first of all, how would I do that? I delve into the arcana.
Just tell me clearly, since Giraffe knows what is going on and you came from before, you should at least understand what that is. If I'm right, please just explain to me how and what is the effect.
There is no effect. You must have all drunk more than you thought by being in a safe place that you are ruining for everybody else. My wall has a mark of an axe that I don't know how I'm going to fix. And you maybe got a little bit too relaxed because of your shitty lives that you've been having. And yes, perhaps I may have pushed and made you indulge in a little bit more of fun than what was normally recommended. But hey, that's silver, that's my job. I live by selling drinks to everybody that passes through here.
I don't doubt that, but if there is, please explain.
I explain everything. You are borderline a criminal at this moment. Why don't you take a step back, collect your thoughts, and get on the road.
Fuck it. That's what Geralf would say before. You would see. I'm trying to see if I named it something else. I haven't. Ah. I'll have to just call it what it is. I'm going to cast darkness.
Okay. So, how would your darkness look? Is it like a cloud of dark miasma that covers everything, just like a leak is?
No, this is not black. It's red, a deep, dark, like crimson red. And it's like a mist. So the only thing I can describe, I don't know if anyone has seen the trailer for Macbeth with, I forgot the game, Magneto's name. Was it who played Magneto? The young version of Magneto.
Michael Fassbender.
Michael Fassbender. So the Macbeth and Michael Fassbender, when he's in a battle and it's like a red mist, and you can't see. It's like that. Like, you can't see like more than
5 feet. You can only see what's in front of you.
Yeah, it literally what's right in front of you, and it's just a sphere around where I am.
Yeah, it covers pretty much all of the lower floor. It will expand inside. We are going to roll initiative again, I guess. But before we do that, we are going to go take a small 5-minute break.
Okay.
Before you mercilessly kill an old person.
I mean, I'm not faithful there.
Okay.
Something else.
We'll be back in a jiffy. In a bit. And we be back. So, let's roll some initiative.
Oh no!
Right.
Okay, damn.
At 20, 23.
23.
Not bad.
Right, wrong for. Eric has 10, and Kauliki has. I believe it's a +2. Just double checking.
Plus 10. Okay, so
it's plus
20 and
3.
higher? Yeah, 22.
23.
3.
23.
Roll is 19. Just on the dice.
18.
Okay. So 15 to 20?
19.
Yeah.
19.
Oh, no, that was another one. Colleague was 19 as well. I believe.
Kaulik was a 19. Okay. 10 to 15? Ephraim?
11.
11. Quattle?
14.
14.
I'm going to roll again for Eric because I forgot what his was. He's an 8.
You said 10.
10. Well, there you go.
Yeah.
10, okay. Marlish? Marlish is a 5. Okay.
What about Thuraz?
It's okay.
No.
It's okay because at the beginning of the combat, beginning of the initiative, as you are threatening and you cast your darkness, Esfi had prepared a spell. You see as they, before your mist finishes spreading, they disappear into the mist. And that was their action. Shoralf, you're up.
Can I see them at all?
No, they are not there.
Not they anywhere in the mist. Okay, that's...
Let me place everybody. So the main door is open. Let's put everybody actually where they are supposed to be. So Ephraim, Eric, Shoralf, you were on the outside, on the door.
I thought I'd just come in. I thought I was next. Well, am I not inside by yet? I thought I was threatened with the axe.
Okay. Yeah. So you are there. Esfi I'm going to place their mini, but on the last point that you saw.
Mhm.
So let me just. So many stuff. There's a lot going on. Why did I create so many NPCs?
Because you hate yourself.
Yeah.
Or you didn't expect your party to cause World War III in the tavern.
I mean, at this point, I should expect everybody to just fuck up. Okay, so I'm going to put SV there. Like it's on me. I should know at this point what to expect. Okay. So let's see. Kaine was over here with Marley, Shankauliki, Bishar. Bishar, where are you, Bishar?
The second
Okay,
floor
sure.
or something. I think.
Yeah, but Bishar, were you on the inside or were you on the outside?
What? On the inside of what?
Like, did you exit the main place with Shoralf or no?
I think I'm still in the attic, right?
Oh, you are right. Yeah, you are on the third floor. Forgot about that. So Bishar, you are actually here. Okay. Okay. And I think everybody else is on their positions.
I need to be downstairs as well.
You are also downstairs. Perfect. So there. Okay. So Shoralf, the first thing you see is that as your darkness spreads, Esfi disappears. You see as they vanish with the how big is your darkness?
15. Let me just double check.
15.
15-foot radius.
15.
Yeah, 1-5.
Okay. Okay. There you go. That's your darkness. So tint color. You say that it's like red. Okay.
Yeah.
So you see, as they disappear, I will leave the mini there so that you know their last position.
Okay. I'm just trying to see if there's anything I can do to try and stop this without. Could I? Could do anything. I hate this. You've thrown a spanner in my blow 'em up works. Right. I guess I have to see the target. Balls. Oh my god, I'm flapping in the wind. Soil chill flavor. Ooh.
Ooh,
No.
time.
Okay, this is going to be real dangerous, and I'm real sorry.
Oh no.
Can you?
I need to just quickly message you something, just in case that I can't. Then it.
Let's see. Everybody think of what you are going to do.
Yeah, don't flounder.
What's called? Let's see.
What is it? Oh, that's not even my normal screen.
We do so much interesting things here in Fate Weavers. Like
So
staring
many.
at our phones for like 2 minutes.
It's like so this roll's dependent on that roll. Rossi, you read their body language. It's an insight check.
I'm wondering whether I can stop someone running away, because that's what's going to happen. Ooh. Okay.
Yes, based on my math. But yes, this is a weird one.
Shall I do it, and then we can we can work out the consequences later?
I mean,
I imagine the title of this episode is going to be "Adventuring
Wait.
Party Beats Up Innocent Innkeeper" or something.
it's going to be more on the side of like coffee and blood.
Without sugar, because it turned out to be an explosive.
Coffee and blood without sugar, please.
Bad customer
Yes.
service.
Then yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
1 star.
I would call it the Wall of Krylus, and straight away you see a wall of fire outside the windows and the door for Quattle and Ephraim. They would see outside the windows as a wall of fire erupt, and behind me, outside the door, just 60-foot long wall of fire, about 20 feet thick and 20 foot high and 1 foot thick. Just erupts around the exit that way.
Would you lose concentration on darkness?
Yes.
Okay. So
So a red mist disappears and you see fire instead.
okay. So you said that you cover the entrance.
Yeah, so basically that line that I've drawn.
Okay.
Actually, no, I'm not going to do that. I've told a silly lie. A horrible lie. Like that.
Okay. And you can cover 60 feet.
Yeah.
Okay.
So both no next, and I just. You probably hear me. I don't think you would actually understand what I'm saying. I say some mumblesome words, I believe.
Yeah.
Mumblesome words, and I shout, and then I just shout, "I'm coming for you. You will not escape me." And that's the end of my turn.
That's the end of your turn. Okay. Okay. So at the end of your turn, let's see. If I put this over here, okay, will it work when I do this? No, it doesn't.
Oh, I just realised. I hope the woodsmen aren't.
They are in there.
Were they?
They are inside right now.
Oh, okay, that's fine. As long as I'm not committing, innocent murder. My name isn't Bashar.
What do you mean? I never murdered anyone.
So at the end,
They're already dead.
Exactly. Can't kill, it's already dead.
at the end of your turn, you are going to see how I need everybody here that has a point of exhaustion to make a charisma saving throw. DC 16, please.
Charisma?
Oh no.
Oh no.
Phew, 18.
Oh! That's less than 16. 14.
Okay, so Quattle, you said that 18?
18.
Okay. So Ephraim, Eric, Kaine, Thuras, Kauliki, and that's pretty much. And you, Bishar, you all fall
14.
prone. You fall prone
Oh,
as if something is pushing you from the neck down, and you feel that exhaustion kind of dropping you to your knees.
Question.
Yeah.
Would this count as an effect that forces to move me against my will?
I mean, it's falling prone. I don't think it's like moving. So I'm going to say,
It's up to you.
let's leave it to the dice. Do you want odd or even?
Odd.
That's odd. So yes,
Yay!
we are going to say that something that causes you to fall prone counts as moving against your will.
Fair enough. So I will spend my reaction to succeed on the save then. in that
Okay.
case.
So Bishar, it's your turn. You are on the top floor on this dark room, and the runes that were illuminating this place just turn off, and you are in pitch darkness. You felt your knees shaking for a second there, and you hear a commotion coming from... Actually no, because the doors block the sound completely, so you don't hear anything.
Oh god, I hope I didn't bring this base down.
Oh yeah, that's a fucking hazard. Imagine the place burning down and you don't hear anything.
Guys, what happened to this shot?
That's fair, whatever. Doesn't matter.
Sure,
It's
Alf.
karma.
Let's do something fun, since you mentioned it.
Okay.
At the start of your turn, so do it now because you cast it, and at the start of each one of your turns, I want you to roll a d100. Each turn, it's going to be lower. So right now, if you hit a 60 or higher, the house is set on fire. Next turn is going to be
25.
50. And how much did you roll?
25-year-olds.
Okay. So at the start of your next round, it's going to be 50, and then 40, and then 30. For each turn that you keep that wall of fire up.
Yeah. Who isn't down by who isn't knocked prone
You.
currently?
You and
Just-
Quattro.
Quaddle.
And me.
And
But you
Bishop.
don't know that.
You don't know.
I think Fisha would explain the runes turning off and the sort of gravity paralyzing effect as something he did, like accidentally triggering something within the room. So he will just quickly gather all the papers on the desk and book it out of the room, walking through the door again and sneaking down towards the ground floor.
Does it take an action at least to face?
It takes an action to face.
That's so fucking stupid.
You wrote it. I
Free
just
valid, free valid,
I
free
know.
valid.
I'm so stupid sometimes.
Yeah. Okay, but when I created my character with you and you gave me a couple of talents to pick from and I saw this one, I was immediately like, yes, I want that one. But I also recognized that it had the potential to be very overpowered in certain scenarios. So I promised myself I wouldn't use it until there was like a cool or fun moment to initiate for the first time. So I have, since the first session 2 years ago, I have not used it.
So
until
I have
this
a
point.
question. On what I wrote more than 2 years ago,
Yes.
does it say anything about you being able to go through floors, or do you have to move horizontally?
It doesn't state. It just says, while this effect lasts, you can move at double your movement speed and go through any non-magical object that's less than 5 feet thick.
So that means you could just fall through the floor if you want to. Just
Yeah,
like...
this has occurred to me as a potential option. Yes.
Yeah, no.
So you know the
the 5
you know
feet
the other-
would be like the limit. 5 feet might be a little too much, because the other day I'm writing something similar right now. So the other day, I grabbed like a centimeter and I started measuring like 10 walls in my apartment. And turns out that most walls are about 4 centimeters thick.
Yeah, well, in America they are.
So,
Yeah.
But that could have mean, you know, that situation where we were like falling from the falling building, like when Gaba got taken. You could have just shifted out of it without worrying. Just like,
Yeah, you could
Falling
have just
from the-
phased through it
Yeah.
when the building was collapsing on top of you.
I mean,
yeah.
Well,
I'm going to probably
yeah.
tonight send you a message on the chat because 5 feet is like 2 meters. And there's no wall that is like 2 meters thick.
Oh, you should have waited
At
until we
least
robbed the
it's like a
bank.
massive stone wall for like, you know.
How do you break
something
through
like
this
that.
bank
So
wall? Okay.
let's say
Yeah.
that a door is totally fine. A floor might be
Yeah.
a little too much.
Yeah, alright, so horizontal only, shall we say, for now, at least.
Yeah.
But I will just sneak down, as for now, unaware of whatever the fuck's going on the ground floor.
Yeah, so
I just assuming that I did something in the room.
so at double your speed, you can get like very far away. Mhm.
That'll be your speed, no yours. Can I smell the burning wood or something?
What's going on? Normally, it's me who does this thing.
How much can you move normally?
30.
30. So you could get to like around here, the staircase that goes back down to the main floor.
Ah, perfect.
So I will just boop. There you go. Okay, that was with
Ooh.
your action. No, sorry, that was with your movement and your action to face.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
I am still concentrating on pass without trace. So, can I see anything that's going on downstairs from this point, or is it just sounds from here on?
Now that you are outside of the door, you do hear some of the commotion. Everybody flopping to their knees underneath. You don't really hear anything else other than that.
Alright, then I will end my turn here for now.
Sure. Kauliki is going to have to make the charisma saving throw, DC 16, to see if she can get up.
19 plus 7. That's a 26.
That's a 26. Okay, so Kauliki spends all of her movement to get up.
Now, hear me out.
Yeah.
Could Kauliki cast her hound and get it to sniff and find the Esme?
Yes, but the hound wouldn't know what smell to look for. Because the hound wasn't here when Esme was here, so.
Ah. Okay. Okay. Could she use Eyes of Darkness? Is just low level light, is it?
Eyes of Darkness allows her to see through magical darkness and non-magical darkness up to, I think, 30 feet.
Okay. I think actually, Cody, you would put mage armor on straight away, and that would be the end of her turn.
Sure. So, Kotal, you are not prone, so you have your full turn.
Alright, I'm gonna be a dumbass again and you go from the cleric tree. And I'm going to do a 3rd level Spirit Guardians.
Can-
And I'm gonna basically say it won't affect any of my allies or the random rooms that are also in the inn.
Do you also have to roll off the wild magic table? Don't forget
Yes.
to roll the wild magic
Yes,
table.
that's why I'm gonna do that. And the once per thingy day that Helena would be able to do, I will
Yeah.
do now.
Yeah.
And the once per thing that Eric Jason can do, so it
Yeah.
will turn radiant into
Yeah, into necrotic. Let's save travel and do that. Yeah.
Cool. Just so I shall roll 4 times on the table. Okay.
Why 4 times?
Because extra one for Kaliki's thing that she makes me do, and it's a third spell, which and 3.
Your mic is dying, mate.
Okay. Kaliki makes it so I have to roll an extra roll, and then it's a 3rd level spell, and it's 1 roll for each level of the spell. Is what you wrote for me.
But that's only the first
Some
time
time
that you
ago.
cast the spell.
Yes, and I haven't cast the spell at
Okay.
all.
Okay.
So, yeah. So I have got. I am entangled in an explosion of plant growth.
How
Cool.
wide?
It doesn't say.
Okay. So
Plant growth is 100 feet radius normally.
does it say that it's
It
the
just-
spell?
Nope, just an explosion of plant growth.
Ah.
No
So,
spell
let-
mentioned.
How about we roll 2d6? Yeah.
Yep. I will just make sure I got all the other ones first before I lose them.
Yeah. I'm going to grab the d6 to determine how big this plant growth is.
A large eye follows me for the next hour. That is floating in there. 46. The caster and all creatures within 20 feet radius heal 3d8 hit points. If you've lost any hit points, you get 3d8 hit points back.
Wow.
So I'll just roll that now for shits and giggles.
So what's that? That's within a what?
20-foot radius.
So not you. It would just be Erika and Ephraim.
Oh, well.
Cool.
It's nice.
So you gain 10 hit points if you have lost any hit points. And other one was... God damn it. Table, come back to me.
They will come back.
The caster also casts mirror image on the target and the target itself, so I have mirror image now.
Okay.
Cool. And the last one is the target takes an additional 66 force damage. So I
How
take
much?
force damage equal to
66.
66.
Oh gosh. Be like 20 or something.
So this is what happens.
I take 25 force damage.
Bottles is a
Describe-
bomb.
Describe how your spiritual guardians look, first of all, and I will take over from there.
So I'm guessing the spiritual guardians are like, because it's gonna be like the aspects of the like spectral lightning children that have just been following me around. I think.
Okay. So funny thing. You cast these spectral guardians. How many do you have floating around you?
Well, I've only seen
No, but
3.
like, the spell says, I think, the number.
Oh god.
'Cause each one can attack once, and then they.
No, call
No,
for
it's-
spirits to protect you. They flit around
Yeah.
you in a distance of 15 feet for the duration.
Yeah, it's just whenever something enters that
Yeah.
area.
Whenever it starts or enters the area, it takes, on a failed save, 3d8 radiant damage, but in this case it will be lightning/thunder.
Okay.
'Cause
So
of their thing.
it's going to be thunder, yeah. So you summon these spirits. First, you see the silhouettes of the red and blue, and then a third one appears black. And this black one opens up an eye in its silhouette, and the eye stares at you. You get the feeling that you have seen this eye before, as this third dark silhouette with an eye passes through your body, kind of facing through you. Two more spirits come out, and you see this one's a little bit more defined, not just like a silhouette of pure color, but some details in the silhouette. You see long curly hair, almost like that of a lady in her middle ages, wearing some sort of regal dress. This one is glowing in black, and you see another one that is pure electric blue. This one has like scrunchy hair, kind of like a punk. But as the eye stares at you, you see that it kind of flinches angrily, and the shape around the eye kind of like flickers, just leaving the eye. As you look, the silhouette made out of your own electricity is stabbing you with its hand as you take the damage. From the damage, it pulls from your chest something. It pulls like a root that starts spreading and surrounding you. And the silhouette of the black one disappears, but just leaving a floating eye that you seem to recognize.
Okay, so yeah, I've got Spirit Guardians up. So if they start their turn or when they first enter it, then they will have to do a saving throw.
Okay, nice. Except for the damage that you took, good turn. Anything else? For
Oh, I
you?
love wild magic. That was my action.
Okay.
Can't really do any bonus action because I can't see anything.
At the end of your turn, I need anybody that took a point of exhaustion to make another charisma saving throw, please.
Cody, he gets knocked down. She gets knocked down again.
This one is only DC 12.
Well,
Got a
Yep.
6.
4
I rolled
again.
an 8.
And I. Okay.
What did you say? Charisma, sorry.
Charisma saving throw, DC 12.
Oh, I think she passes.
Yeah, I pass on a 24.
Is this the same effect as before?
Yes, she passes.
No. The other one
Oh,
is a
crap.
DC 18. This is a 12. And everybody that
Nice.
failed this one takes another point of exhaustion.
Ah, crap.
Oh!
As
Oh, did,
you feel energy, almost like a tether, going from your neck, pulling life from you. You start hearing a whirring noise, like a almost
Why
like a
charisma
coil,
saves, man? Why couldn't it be wisdom saving throws?
because
where is Eric's?
I have to make stuff hard for you sometimes.
Because I suck at charisma saves.
One level
Comparatively.
exhaustion.
Yeah, that's the idea. Everybody forgets about charisma.
Yeah.
So, what about Eric?
Eric is a fail. Oh,
Also
Christmas
failed?
saving throw. If he fails, he got 11.
Yeah. So Eric has 2 points of exhaustion. What about Ephraim?
I have 2 as well now.
2 as well. Perfect.
Yeah, same for me.
So Ephraim, you are up. You don't see Esme in any place. You are prone.
Do I-
So you need to make
Get
the
to make
charisma saving. The charisma saving throw. DC
Yep.
16 to be able to stand up.
Okay. That is a 12, so no.
Okay, so you can move, but you will have to crawl. Your knees don't
Okay.
allow you to stand up.
Okay. From where I am, can I see her? Or is the darkness still?
No, you are just covered in plants. Oh no, you are.
Just
you-
out. Just out. Of the
Yeah,
plan.
you are just out of like plants growing and like swirling around. You don't see Esme anywhere near, but you can make a perception check if you'd like as a bonus action to look around.
Yes, I will do that. 11.
An 11. So you look around. You don't see her. But with an 11, you do see those containers on top of the armor behind the counter. That liquid that was invisible now is glowing with a purple haze. A purple haze
Okay.
similar to the miasma.
Ooh.
How far away is that from where I am?
So from where you are just seeing it like you are crawling on all four. It would be about 25 feet from you.
So I can't like get there.
No, and you are crawling, so you would have to like get up and climb and roll to the other side of the counter, which would count as like difficult terrain, which would mean you have a total of like 35 feet to move if you want to go in a straight line.
Yeah. Okay.
Fuck it, catapult.
Oh, actually, this might work better. Can I cast levitate on myself?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Now keep in mind with levitate you can just go up or down. You would need to push
Yes.
yourself.
Push myself off. And so I'll be up. So I think I can get. Basically, I'll be up so I can get as close to like the ceiling as I can. And then
As close to the ceiling as you can. Okay. So you levitate 6 feet into the air.
yes. Okay.
Okay. So yeah, from this point you can see the glowing containers, definitely.
Just trying to think. What can I? Can I see a way that like they're connected to the rest of the armor? Like if there's some way to.
With your perception check, you don't see. Like there has to be a way. You just don't see it right now from this distance. But maybe if you get closer, you
Yeah.
could.
Okay, so can I use my movement to push myself off a wall towards?
Wanna make this fun?
Yeah.
So
Wanna play a game?
I give you two options. Either you can roll an athletics check to see if you can push yourself in the distance, but if you roll under a certain threshold, you are going to have to roll a d8 and you are going to move into a random direction. No gravity.
Okay.
Does that work for you? The DC, just so you know, is only 10. Athletics or acrobatics?
Oh, I can do acrobatics. I'm like slightly not shit at that. Okay. Acrobatics 14.
No, perfect. You move
Right.
into the direction you want. You are going to
Yay.
move all of your movement until you reach a point. So you want to go towards the armor, right?
Yes.
Okay. So you move. All of your movement is enough to like reach next to the armor.
Okay.
As you are floating, you stop yourself against a shelf containing ales and other types of liquor.
Okay. I think that's all I can do.
I think so, yeah.
Position.
Yeah.
Yep.
Eric has to make a charisma
Charisma
saving
saving
throw
throw.
DC 16 to see if he can stop being prone.
17 plus 1, 18.
Okay, he can use half of his movement to get up.
Right. I don't know And
Just so you know, Eric is within the plant growth, so he for the first 5 feet will cost 10 feet. So that means he can only move 2 squares.
does Eric have enhanced like perception for like smells and stuff? Because he's a lion.
He has his weird sense ability that he's used for the smell.
Spiritual sense. You can grab
Yeah.
the spirit.
Yeah, but I don't think he has like enhanced perception. I think that's something that I only gave to like the canine beast walkers.
Right, so he can smell like if they, like her musk or their musk. Sorry,
Yeah, but he has some pretty good eyes that no longer have glass shards.
Waffles. I was looking at all the feats. I want to see if he can sense, but it's only spiritual.
Spiritual sense, he would look for like magical beings, pretty much.
Yeah, okay, let's do spiritual sense.
Yeah. So if Esme counts as a humanoid, it wouldn't work.
Yeah.
But you don't know that.
We're gonna roll the dice.
Sure. Roll perception check. Are you using your spiritual sense?
Yes.
Perfect.
1 plus your charisma, so 2. So it's perception plus 2 plus my perception 6. 18 plus
18.
6. 24
See-
plus 2. 20. What is this? 26.
26 total? Damn,
Yeah.
Eric. So, as Eric stands up, he sees Ephraim floating over the counter next to a shelf, and as he stops, this armor, the 2 cylinders made out of glass, with the liquid now glowing in a purple haze. All of that liquid gets injected into the armor suit, almost as if it was sucked, and the armor suit starts moving, and that's where Eric spots Esme, as the cover of the helmet, the hole, glows in the same purple haze as the liquid inside of those 2 containers.
Oh no, it's Iron Man. Right. So so the first 5 counts as so it's half movement.
Yeah, he can move two units without having to use an action. If he moves outside, because the inner circle of Quotl is double movement because of the plant growth.
Oh yeah, and Martin, I forgot Spirit Guardians, the stuff I don't target as being friendly, has half movement while inside it as well.
Okay, good to know.
I would like Eric to become a giant. True giant's might.
Okay. So that's going to be Eric's action. So let's just...
Bonus action, technically.
Bonus action. The table goes flinging against the wall. It gets crumpled and destroyed. All of the coffee mugs that Bishar fixed get wrecked again.
Wasn't me this time. I'm not paying for this.
Eric's head is touching against the ceiling.
So if I half movement, so I can get 20 if I go.
You had to use half movement to stand up. Eric moves
so
30 feet per round.
40 feet.
40. So you only have 20 feet to move, and while inside of Quotl's inner ring, each movement costs 10 feet. So, and climbing over the counter would be another difficult terrain. So, I think what you are doing of moving outside is like the best option, or you would have to move like to here.
Yeah, I think I'll go around. I think I'll sensing a sense of threat potentially. Eric will walk around the perimeter of the flowers, making sure that it doesn't get in any of his nice shoes. And it's going to go towards the glowing armor.
And as you walk around, the eye will follow you.
Yeah, I like it. Eric also recognizes this eye.
Oh.
It's
Anything else for Eric?
No, that's all the moves.
Okay. At the end of Eric's turn, the third legendary action will happen. And I need everybody that took a point of exhaustion to take 2 points of damage.
Awesome.
Alright.
Now, Marlish saw Shoralf with the axe, so he's kind of like... He has an idea of what's going on. But you see, he has no idea of what's going on. He's acting like he has an idea of what's going on. So, Marlish will begin a performance. He will summon his amplifier, a guitar will come, and Fido will come, all at the same time as his action. And as his bonus action, he's going to start doing a riff. Dun, 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 dun. And as he plays his guitar, everybody in a 10 feet radius of him gets half of his charisma bonus once per turn.
So that
everybody
is...
in that 10 feet range gets to add +2 to one roll per round.
So only that random dwarf there.
Yeah, except that Marlish is going to be walking because he wasn't prone, so he's going to move next to Kotul because he thinks that doing a metal riff surrounded by flowers as they grow on his talons is super cool. So
He's a fan of Guns N' Roses.
yeah. So Kotul, as long as Marlish is around you, you get to add 2 points to any roll.
once per turn.
Once per turn. Yes. And I'm going to taint this yellow because of Marlish. Marlish. Okay, so that's Marlish. And this is where we are going to end for tonight as we get to the lair action. You see, as the armor suit activates, those... I need to know something. So, who has points of exhaustion here? Bishar, Quotel, Ephraim, Eric, Kauliki, and Turas, Rolling Stone, and the two woodsmen and the merchant. So that's 10. So that's you all took 2 points of damage. So that's 2 times 10. That's 20. So with 20, you see that the 2 containers fill again with the miasma, almost coming from the top, as if some liquid was pouring into those 2 glass containers, and they start glowing again as the armor moves. And as a lair action, she's going to use all of that liquid that she has on those containers to make something that I'm going to tell you next time.
Dissipation.
So, we are going to end tonight's episode there, as it's getting late. But tune in next time to see how the fight goes on. Hopefully, with our full party facing. Yeah, let's call them Iron Man. Iron them.
Iron Den.
Iron Liberator.
Iron Wizard. So, hope you all had a good time listening to today's game, and keep on weaving. Bye.
Bye bye.